What's going on, everybody? As you guys are logging on to this live, let us know where you're watching from. I'm about to show you some stuff, and hopefully this causes a lot of people to wake up out of the complacency. I think American Christians have been rocked to sleep, and they're very ignorant to what Satan is doing. And the Bible talks about the small foxes, and people will see the little compromise here, little compromise there. And when you call it out, they say that you're just being religious, but there is a demonic agenda right now where Satan has infiltrated the church. There's agents of Satan in the pulpit. There's witches and warlocks in the pulpit. There are people who have bent over, right, to touch their toes for the LGBTQ community in the church for the almighty dollar. And so what I'm about to show you right now is something that I hope just really wakes you up. Tyler Perry, all right, paid this man, Pastor Devon Franklin, to play a gay character. Now, let me know what you think in the comment sections, but you cannot pay me enough as a pastor, as a man of God, to sell my soul, to sell out, to compromise, to go play a gay character on a TV show. Not as a pastor, not as a man of God. There's not a number that you could give me where I would go against my convictions, go against my God as a pastor, let alone a man of God. But this guy, Devon Franklin, did it. And what I'm about to show you when I keep talking about the Christian Illuminati, Tyler Perry, cool with TD Jakes, right? Remember, put his hand on him. Tyler Perry, TD Jakes, cool with Oprah. Devon Franklin preached at TD Jakes conference or whatever you want to call it. And then this other couple, Chip and Joanna, that I'm not as familiar with, but many people know them in the Christian community. They also just put a gay couple in their show, and the Christian base and community feels betrayed. But guess what? Who are they sitting down doing an interview with? Oprah. And this is why I call it, I know that it sounds crazy, but essentially when I say Christian Illuminati, all I'm really talking about, all right, is the Christian industry and the network, and everybody's connected to everybody, and everybody sees the compromise, everybody sees the double lives, everybody sees the agenda, but they say, be quiet. If you didn't see the video that I did the other day, before I start playing these clips, all right, I need you to go check this out. All right, this is another one. This guy, Brian Karn, TD Jakes, connected to TD Jakes. TD Jakes just came and said, endorsed his conference. And then look at the other two people that are behind him. Look at the three people that are behind him. All of these guys have gotten exposed recently for different things, most of them messing around with multiple women, right? So Brian Karn, Lovey, Matthew Stevenson, I forget this guy's name, and TD Jakes is endorsing the conference a couple of weeks after Brian Karn just got exposed. That's what I'm talking about when I say Christian Illuminati. If you can't see it, it's because you don't want to see it. Now, let me share my screen with you. We're going to keep this real short and sweet. We're going to start with this couple, all right, Chip and Joanna, all right? Same thing with Tyler Perry. Came up in the, how would you say, the Christians were supporting them. Tyler Perry came up in the church ranks with his plays, and then he just went super crazy with it. Same thing with these people. So they have a lot of support from the Christian community. But if you had been paying attention, guess what? There were signs, there were warnings the whole time. Look at this conversation between them and Oprah.
I will say there have probably been 5 pivotal moments in my life where I can say that was God's voice. That was him, and I felt this sense of peace, almost like that moment where you get chills and there's something else. I've experienced God in that real way, very relational. That's why I kind of, with the idea of religion, I shy away from that. And for Chip, it's very different.
So Chip, how does God show up for you?
God shows up for me in very practical, real ways. Like I work. That's how I meet with God. And when I sweat, and I think that God meets me in those very childlike, very natural, very simple ways. I'm not a theologian. I don't understand. I mean, there were years, we both grew up in pretty conservative Christian families, but I didn't love to open the Bible and read the Bible for hours.
Up to you and have breakfast in the so Back to the Frontier, I guess, is the show that they came up with, and then they have a LGBT couple in there. Now, some people in the comments are saying, "Oh, well, he's not playing a gay character." I pulled one of the clips, right? But I guess there was a copyright, so I couldn't play it. And the guy's like, "Baby," you know, whatever, over the phone. And then Javon Franklin is like, "Why are you calling me in front of my wife?" and all that stuff. Listen, even if you want to say he's not actually gay, think about this. This is a pastor, right, with Tyler Perry, who's dressing up in drag, making plenty of shows like this that are worldly, connected to all of these people. Let's say even if you were going to play a role, right? Let's even go there, that he's not actually gay, but he signed up to play, and there's this gay guy that's attracted to him, and, you know, we're going to make it this. Listen, from the clips on the internet, already there's confusion, and God is not the author of confusion. So however you want to flip it, slice it, defend it, it is still wrong. It is still suspect, and it don't sit right in my spirit. And so here you see, this is him up there with TDJ.
Yeah. They need a well. I have never been.
This is Oprah and TD Jakes together talking about they never been at the Diddy party.
Near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if.
And then look at this. Last thing I want to show you from this young man who just came forward.
All right. I'm not about to hide anything with you guys. I'm not. And I'm not about to sit here and be afraid and be silenced by people knowingly they did me wrong. I'm calling out Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out Mark Swinton. I'm calling out Jeannie Harrison. I'm calling out Michael Robbins. I'm calling out Tyler Perry, and I'm calling out Mark Temple, and I'm calling out Chris Giovanni. I want you guys to know what you guys did to me was very unlawful. And me being a retired vet, U.S. Army vet, going through post-traumatic stress disorder, going through mood, depressions, everything that I've claimed in my testimony, you all covered it up. You all covered up a felony crime of what Mark Swin has done to me. I've asked for help from the California State Bar to complain to Jeannie Harrison because she didn't tell me my California rights as a U.S. Army veteran and a California LA resident.
Now, I'm going to let you look into that for yourself because I want to keep this video short. I want you to notice, all right, the common theme. Some of you were quick. Oh, he's not actually playing a gay character. You think it's a coincidence. That guy is an actor from Tyler Perry's other show. I think it's called The Oval or something like that. And he's accusing people and Tyler Perry's camp of pretty much you know what, right? So there's another red flag. And when you look at it, all of these people are connected. So why do I keep talking about a Christian Illuminati? Marcus, would you stop talking about a Christian Illuminati? TD Jakes is like the head of, if you want to be a big pastor in America, a lot of people in some way, some form, right? Michael Todd, Stephen Furtick, they went and got signed off by TD Jakes. TD Jakes is connected to Diddy. He's connected to Oprah. He's connected to Tyler Perry. Remember when Tyler Perry gave him that $1 million check and put hands on him? That was suspect. That was a red flag. All right. TD Jakes did a deal with Diddy. All right. They were going to have the Revolt TV, and TD Jakes was going to stream his services there. All right. Diddy and Tyler Perry, I think they were trying to buy BET together, right? And so my point is, all of these people are connected. And then, of course, Tyler Perry has done shows with Oprah. All right. He's done stuff with TD Jakes. So all of these people, it's like a cross network. And when you start drawing the lines and connecting everybody to everybody and seeing the Diddy parties, right? Lecrae was at the Diddy parties. He's also connected these people. And then this one's connected to Kirk Franklin. And this one's connected to Chandler Moore. And like I showed you guys yesterday, real quick, just for those of you who didn't go see this video, right here you have Lovey, who just got exposed. You got Brian Karn, who just got exposed, Stevenson, who just got exposed, and then this guy who just got exposed. And what do they have in common? Stevenson and Lovey, Chandler Moore went and made music with both of them at some point in time because familiar spirits are drawn to each other. And so there is a Christian industry that is all about making the money. And you guys want to say, oh, you're being judgmental, you're being this. No, God is exposing this because he's trying to shake up the church. And so and it goes deep because then you have pastors that are connected to politicians, and you've got Will Smith. We saw him with Chandler Moore. We saw him with Lecrae. And so it just cross connects and it goes. And if you start really looking into it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then, of course, they all have to bow down to the LGBTQ agenda. That should be something that like wakes you up. And it's like, isn't this weird that this guy, Tyler Perry, who dresses like a drag queen, who came up in the church, who's connected to TD Jakes, connected to Oprah, connected to Diddy, right? They're always pushing the thing. And then they get this pastor to, at least whatever you want to call it, he has a gay crush in his church. It's weird. It don't sit right. All right. That is not Christian. But then you got Christians financing it. You got Christians watching it. And you say, oh, it's just entertainment. No, it's an agenda. And the same thing with Chip and Joanna, right? You see the red flags, the way they were talking in that interview with Oprah. It's like, oh, they're those type of Christians. You could tell in the way that they're talking because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it really shouldn't be a surprise. What I'm trying to tell you is a lot of these people got you fooled. And that's the bottom line. www.marcusrogersministries.org. If you want to support what we're doing here in Chicago, go stream the new single that we just released, Slow Cooking. If you type my name, you'll see me with my arms crossed in the kitchen. The song is about you've been waiting for your blessings, waiting for your breakthrough, feel like God has forgotten about you or overlooked you, but your blessing is just slow cooking. It's marinating. It got more flavor. All right. It take a little bit more time to cook a good steak as opposed to a fast food burger. It's my birthday today, by the way. I'm about to go spend time with the family, spend time with the kids. If you got a prayer request, put it in the comments. Love you guys. Appreciate your support. Go check out the video I just posted about Chicago and the deficit and the migrants. It is absolutely awful what is happening. All right. God bless you all.